right, cool. Just a couple of key thoughts for closing out the year strongly and thinking about selling quality. So any of you who've done my selling programs know there's 3 key questions we need to help the customer answer. So why buy anything, which is why buy solar or why buy an energy solution? Why buy it from you and your way? And importantly, why buy it now? Okay, there is a magic time of the year right about now where you can genuinely use scarcity and not sound like a dodgy salesperson. So all of you should be thinking about how many installation days you have left in the year, if any, and that's what you should be leading with. The call to every client who's sitting on a decision right now should not be, do you want to go ahead before the end of the year? It should be, I've got 2 installation days left between now and the end of the year. Do you want one of them? And no, I can't hold them. All right, so you've got a moment of genuine urgency. Turn it into the number of installation days you have left. It's a more credible level of scarcity and much more likely to push people over the line versus the classic sell, which is, by the way, everything changes at the end of the year. You'll get less money next year. I know that's real, but installation days is going to be more powerful in the mind of the customer. Second thing, look, my passion for quality is never going to change, pandemic or non-pandemic, but there are a couple of things that I think the pandemic are worth, is worth raising. So for all of you, once again, if this is quality, all right, this is the price of quality. What do we know? If you buy crap, if you pay little, you get low quality. If you pay more, you get higher quality. So think of this as your solar bandit, right? Trying to sell a solar solution at the cheapest possible price. A couple of things to think about there. Right now, you try to differentiate against these people. A couple of good stories you can tell. Mr. or Mrs. Consumer, right now, there is a major supply-demand issue in relation to panels, just like everything else that comes in from outside of the country. So please be wary of anybody selling cheap solar panels because the switch is alive and well. More than ever, people are going to sell you one panel and then switch it out for a much cheaper panel. So please make sure whatever agreement you sign, it guarantees that you get the same panel that you signed up for because that's what our agreement says. So it's a good landmine that you can drop for the solar bandit who's out there probably loading people up with really crap solar because they can't get their hands or they're not willing to pay extra price for quality solar panels. Things that haven't changed. 1, 3 things we've got to help the customer answer. I don't know where your solution is. Maybe you're selling the highest end solution on the planet and you're out here. Maybe you're somewhere around about here with a Fronius and some sort of mid-level panel. All right. In order to get the customer from here, because this is the easiest decision to make, to here or here, we've got to help them ask 3 questions. All right, once again, what's the difference between what you're selling me and what they're selling me? Now, most solar salespeople are terrible at this. Really interesting one. One of the key differences that you should be selling is the way it's going to look on your roof and why quality design and quality installation matters. People have been in their homes more than ever and are planning on spending more time than ever in their homes ongoing as a result of so many people working from home. So they're more home conscious and more home aware than they've ever been before. So please make sure you're selling that one of your key differences is the quality design and a lack of the kind of crap they're going to experience if they're down here. So you need to be making sure that you're selling that effectively. Second question is why care about the difference? Okay, so you can say, look, it's going to look better, but so what? You can say the panel lasts longer. Well, so what? You can say our installation, we use our own installers. Well, so what? If you don't have a story about why they should care about that, then it's very, very unlikely that they're going to get excited or emotional enough to say, okay, I can make the jump from here to where you need to get me. A couple of things about caring. You've got to keep using visuals. People respond to pictures and tend to get much more emotional about the difference in installation if you can show them this is cheap, this is what we do. People care more if you can explain what the difference in warranty actually is going to mean to them and explain what the 4 or 5 things that are going to go wrong and what it looks like when it goes wrong. So you've got to think about whether you're telling that story effectively. The last thing you've got to do if you want to get up here is how do I justify buying the absolute quality solution? Let me give you a tip. You wouldn't live in the house that you live in if you couldn't finance it. You probably wouldn't be driving the car that you drive if you couldn't finance it. Most people would not be living the lifestyle and buying the quality they have if they couldn't finance it. One great way to get someone from here to here is to focus on the fact that they can finance it. 0% interest absolutely helps. And another thing in relation to getting here If you can offer them a solution that's out here, they are much more likely to be happy somewhere in this zone. So a really big tip that I'm pushing hard at the moment is make sure you're selling energy solutions, not just solar solutions. Even if you're not a believer in batteries, the reality is that pitching solutions that include a battery at the moment and that are at the bigger end of the scale makes it more likely that someone will not want to go here and they will end up here. So look, nothing's fundamentally changed, but we're in a magic time of the year. People are more home aware than they've ever been, and there's more and more opportunities for selling quality if you just know how to do it and if it's part of the plan. All right, that's all I've got to say, but I'm open for questions.
Thanks,